champion of Season 4. What a dominant effort for Christopher Dean. Side by side, coming to the line, Alex Cummings steals it.
Going to score his third win in 4 races. Road America to Dylan Parker. There's a photo of J.W. Miller with his father on the front straightaway at the Brickyard. Now he's actually going to go to victory lane at the Brickyard. J.W. Miller wins.
It has been a wild start to Season 7 of the Great Lakes Sim Racing Black Horizon Truck Series season. Tonight, it's going to get a little weirder. Yes, we've already went super speedway racing. We've hit the 1.5 mile track. We've went short track racing at Bristol, and now we are at the home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. The small town of Knoxville, Iowa is home for round number 4 of this Great Lakes Truck Series presented by Black Horizon Brewery. As we see cars on track. Let's see if that white car runs a red light or not. Oh, it turned green pretty quickly. Never mind. Turns left over there. Yes, as we get ready for race number 4. It's random, but it's also fun. Black Horizon Truck Series season number 7, Deranged Haunt Dirt Derby here at the Knoxville Raceway, virtually on iRacing. 75 degrees, 63% humidity, partly cloudy skies, and 8-mile-an-hour winds. As we get ready for 22-lap heat races, we'll have a 35-lap LCQ and then a 55-lap main event. In the end, 20 trucks will start the race and run for the big money tonight. Right now, it looks like we have 26 trucks ready to go on the grid as qualifying goes on right now. And not so surprising, some names up there at the top. But want to give you a chance right now to go check out the website at greatlakesimracing.com, because you still have a couple minutes to get your fantasy lineup put together in case you have forgotten to do it. Make sure you go do it right now, greatlakesimracing.com. Of course, this is another dirt track. This is officially the 4th dirt track that has been ran in the league history. Eldora has been ran the most. And then, of course, we ran one season on the Bristol dirt. We ran one season, if everybody remembers, back at Weed Sports, back season 3, I believe that was. And now tonight, Knoxville is where we run this evening. So we have got a fun night of racing, as I said, ahead. And a very familiar name up at the top of the grid as I drag this over to the screen, because I don't have everything set up totally yet when it comes to the point standings. But Alex Cummings, who has won the last 2 dirt races, is leading the points right now by 17 over Robert Lukens. Drayton Cook right now 3rd in points after his win at Bristol. Tim Averill is 4th. Jason Dalton, your top 5. Jacob Black, who's not here tonight, is 6th. Anthony Marshall, Justin Bondurant, Matt Telder, and Christopher Dean, the top 10 right now in points. And I'm expecting a lot of drivers to probably use their provisionals that they are allowed to have in the series tonight. You get 2 provisionals to use during the regular season, and that keeps you basically to where you can run or not run a couple races tonight and still hold your point standings or gain actually a certain amount of points when tonight is over with. So a lot of people using that structure probably here this evening. All right, so what's going to happen here in about 30 seconds is we're going to grid up and do some heat racing. Just a traditional dirt format tonight. We're, I believe, only going to see cautions if the admins stow it, which I believe there's only one up. Travis Icavacci just came in, so never mind. Yeah, admins are going to throw cautions and stuff tonight, and that'll set us up for what should be a fun 55 laps, and a little different than what we're used to, because it's been usually the multi-banked Eldora Speedway is where we've been, but tonight a little different as we go on to this Eldora track, or Knoxville track that basically think of it like racing in Martinsville. That's what we're going to see. Racing kind of like that tonight, which is okay. I'm good with it. And we'll see what it can produce when it's all said and done. Let's look at the schedule real quick. And where we sit right now as we go into the end of May and into June, you think it gets easier. How about next week? We go to Darlington Raceway. And we'll roll a throwback night there. Memorial Day paints there at Darlington next week. Then we go to Kentucky. And then Belle Isle, the second trip ever for these cars, or these trucks, I should say, to Belle Isle. All right, they're gridding now for the heat races. So let's go down to the track. And let's get ready to have some fun here this evening. The one cool part about dirt racing is the fact that we get going right away. And should be some fun this evening. Let's look at the... Let me hit the old mute button there. Telder, yes, he led the hot laps tonight. And don't be surprised by that, because Telder is pretty quick on dirt. As they roll off, he'll start next to Sam Fontaine, another great dirt driver. Chris Evans, Cam Ingram, row 2. Row 3, Tyler Brewer, Dylan Glass, Drayton Cook, Ryan Douglas, Justin Bondurant, and Travis Icavaci. 10 trucks going to start this first heat race. Top 5 from the heat race will run tonight. Cool truck by Telder there as he is paying tribute to those drivers, or those children that were lost in the Texas deal yesterday. Definitely thoughts and prayers out to all those families. And again, 22 laps will get you through this heat race. Top 5 will advance. And, of course, our onboard cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out on the iRacing forums on Facebook. And, as always, TrackCams22.com. We even got a sunset cam tonight. You can see the sun kind of setting over here to the west. We'll keep an eye on that as the lights will come on, and we'll be under the lights when it's all over with. But first, we got to do heat race and set the field for the race this evening at Knoxville, the first trip from the Black Horizon Truck Series. Telder shot out of a cannon into the lead. Fontaine, Evans, Brewer, your top 4 already. Battle for 5th, 3 wide with 2 teammates there from TIX. I got to reboot my thing. There we go. Top 4 have driven away already. The battle's right here for 5th. 2 teammates and Bondurant in the 11. There you see the 16, Dylan Glass back there. Hold on to your trucks, boys. This track obviously a lot flatter than what you're used to at Knoxville. Look at Icavaci slide on through there past Dylan Glass. In the WhoBats, number 13. These guys are out of control. Bondurant and Cook both getting by Cam Ingram. Now to the inside of the track there, that is a berm, I guess we would call it. It protects you from basically going to the inside there. It's actually higher up, and you might see some people put their left fronts on it. Just try to help them turn the truck. I would probably suggest not doing that. $18 laps to go in heat 1. Telder out to about an 0.8 of a second lead over Fontaine. Here's the battle now for the 5th position. Cam Ingram looking underneath Bondurant, and somebody's in 3rd gear. I can hear it. Oh, Bondurant, hold on, young man. All right, so the field kind of settling down a wee bit. There's Fontaine in the 2nd position right now. Fontaine, who came so close to winning at Eldora 2 seasons ago. And you hear the famous line, I mentioned it If you listen to the intro, you hear me say Alex Cummings steals it. And guess what happened last year? History repeated itself, and Alex Cummings stole another one from Fontaine. And will that happen tonight? Well, first, they both got to get to the main event here. 1.1 seconds right now separating first and second. Cam Ingram in the transfer spot right now. He's got 1.1 over Drayton Cook. Now, the drivers who do not transfer will get the LCQ, which is will be coming up in about 4 heat races. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight here for the Black Horizon Truck Series on the Captain Esports Network. If you're watching us on Facebook or on Twitch, if you're over on YouTube, appreciate all of you guys joining us. We are also over on the Great Lakes Sim Racing Facebook page. There's your transfer spot right now as Bondurant's gone by Cook, as Cook has fallen back pretty quickly. 3 seconds from Bondurant. Bondurant's 2 seconds back as Cam out here just logging laps right now. Tyler Brewer doing a great job in that Race Labs number 40, that Ford F-150, as we're halfway through the heat number 1. Chris Evans, the 51 truck, in the Sith Talk Toyota. That is, of course, the podcast. You can right there listening on ClashingSabers.net. There you see Evans kind of climbing a little bit. Yeah, you mentioned the splitter, Mike. Why do we have splitters? Please explain why do we have splitters. Go back to valences. Ooh, Dylan Glass a little out of control there as Telder continues to pull away here and lead. That Toyota looking pretty sporty right there. As I mentioned, this is the home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. You'll see it over there off turn 2. A little big old building there. Over next to the Brian Clausen Tower, which of course is named after the late great sprint car driver Brian Clausen. There's of course, the Casey's General Store back there. I might be trying to run over there a couple times here during this broadcast. Six laps to go in the heat race. And we are starting to see a battle for the transfer spot here as Cam trying to hold off Justin here. 5th and 6th positions. Oh, and Cam gets spun around off the 9. What happened there? Ryan Douglas gets just a little loose and goes down and collides with the 5. Tough break there for Cam, unfortunately. When that should all but slide Bondo into this main event coming up here in a little bit. 4 laps to go for Telder. Three to go. The lead still 1.3 seconds. Is now Brewer under attack. Bondurant all of a sudden has gotten the hang of this thing. It took him beating up that Monster Energy can. And now all of a sudden that truck's rolling. Interesting. Let me turn it up a little bit. Thank you, J-Dub. I am working a different racing camera set tonight, so that might be why you're hearing the audio being low there. So thank you for correcting that. Usually I, of course, have the track cams guys, but unfortunately they don't have a camera set for dirt. Just onboards as we're in the final lap here of Heat Race 1. Telder got that tribute truck out for the children of Texas. Going to take it to victory lane here in Heat Race number 1 and set the statement early. Fontaine going to be second, Evans third. It'll be Justin Bondurant and a final transfer spot to Tyler Brewer in the 5th position. So and Cam Ingram goes around over there, turn 1. All right, so we'll set up now Heat Race number 2. Yeah, I found this camera pack online earlier. Because you know me, I want to find the closest thing I can to real life broadcasting for these people. And found this set here, and I was like, all right, I'll take a look at it, use it. So it's been pretty good, so I'll put a go with it. All right, starting lineup for Heat Race number 2, Luke Knupp, who's looked pretty sporty here in practice tonight. He'll start alongside Brian Sutphin, Josh Gagnon, and Blaine Sparling in row number 2. Row number 3 is where you'll see. Oh, that's why I was like, why are my cameras not switching? Cedric Ingram, Jason Dalton in row 3. Row 4, Robert Johnson and Drift. And out of the 8 trucks that'll start Heat Race number 2. I'm going to mute my microphone for just a second. Green flag is out. It's one of those moments where usually during the broadcast is when my daughter will go to bed. So I try to say goodnight to her, and obviously with what's happened recently, it's like I want to make sure I say goodnight to her. So that's why I took that break for just a quick second there. But also to Jacob Black, congratulations on little one for you. Now normally in racing, when you have a little one that goes to you go to victory lane that week. See Darrell Waltrip's 1989 Daytona 500. I can find a sneak away in here if I'm you, Mr. Black. Just saying. As Knupp, Sutphin, Gagnon is actually how it's pronounced. It's French. Sparling, Dalton, Cedric Ingram, Robert Johnson, and Drift in this race right now. 8 drivers, top 5 advancing. And the battle's right back here. Look at this, 4th, 5th. Actually, 2nd through 5th right here. Oh, look how Blaine almost got up into Dalton there. Dalton, a pretty sporty little dirt racer himself. As they go into turn 3 and 4, look out. Guess you guys want to see this. Knupp up 3 seconds already, as Josh Gagnon has moved up to the 2nd position around Brian Sutphin. Back here, Blaine Sparling and Dalton battling out 4th and 5th. Dalton riding that berm. And time for me to bring a special guest up here into the booth. Let's get him up here, Mr. Dirt Master. Mr. I want a heat race. You guys make heat races as I do now. Congratulations. Telder. Hey, yeah, mic's on.
What's up, Scott?
Welcome to Victory Lane there. Good win in heat race number 1.
Yeah, it'll be the only time I'm ever in Victory Lane. So.
Hey, I love the honesty. But in all seriousness, though, I mean, you got to feel confident knowing that you were able to drive away like that.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I was expecting, you know, the same as Eldora last year as me and Sam in that first heat race that went slider for 10 laps, and then he ran away. And I expected to get out a little bit, and then I expected him to reel me in, and like the more I kept looking in my mirror, the more he was kind of disappearing, which surprised me a little bit, to be honest. So, but I think me, him, Luke Nupp, and Cummings are going to have a pretty good 4-way battle for the front tonight, I think, in all seriousness.
Now, how's the track driving? Because, like, I'm looking at it right now. I see, obviously, and I'm sure you're seeing it too, a dry line's already starting to form here a little bit in the bottom side. Are we gonna have to move up about a half a groove? Because I have assumed the top side, with it being so flat, it's not going to come in at all.
The top will never come in here. It'll be ride the cushion right outside of the dry spot. You see where it's rubbered up.
Hold on, Dalton.
But if you can actually hook the berm with your left front tire, if you can hook the berm, you can still run the bottom. The biggest thing is keep your
caution.
right rear out of the slick. So,
got a caution. I think Drift had issues here. Side note: I did not teach Drift how to race on dirt.
Maybe we should teach some of these people how to race on.
Oh, he got hooked by Bob Johnson there. Oh, geez, that's a hard wreck.
Ooh, that was a nasty one. Yeah, that was bad.
As Steve Matthew would say, a nasty shunt.
Yeah, I think being upside down warrants a caution. Poor Drift.
Hey, when that happens. It needs to say it's not a wall here. It's like a guardrail, which is never good.
It is too. It doesn't act like a wall at all.
Yes. So,
to be honest, it acts like a bus stop curb.
Really? Speaking of bus stops, why don't you walk over to the Casey's and get me a taquito or something?
Yeah, I was pretty thirsty. If you want a taquito, I'll go grab us
Something
one.
like that.
I got a heat race and a consolation race to wait for, so I got
You got
time.
plenty of time. All right, man. Hey, congratulations. Go get him tonight.
Thanks, sir. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You too. Matt Telder from that team that he picks on me about. So, LOL. I like that better. Yeah, it was an interesting big twist. We got Tony Hawk getting him some points for that one. And unfortunately, Drift is still in the race. Robert Johnson taking his truck behind the wall. Just an unfortunate mistake there. Re-rack him and do it again. Pace truck should be pulling here in a second. Let's get a view of the right arm of the flagman. There we go, off turn 4 as Knupp and Gagnon brings them back to the green flag. I'm not sure if there's any rules about lane changing there. Gotta keep an eye on that because Knupp jumped up here to the top pretty quick. As Dalton and Sparley pick up where they left off a second ago for 4th. Eight laps to go. Cedric Ingram, who's having a pretty decent start to the season, running right there, 5th position. I don't know how long that camera's going to last, but we'll see, right? Oh, Dalton trying to slide job himself. I think he could do that, right? In case you haven't learned, I am not the best at calling dirt races, but I'm going to have damn some fun doing it. What the hell did I just say? Oh, battle for second, Sutphen. Hooking that bottom like Telder talked about a second ago. out leaning on each other almost. Yeah, this track is flatter than a pancake. And you go second through fifth right there. Lucan Up is already driving to Des Moines. Sutphin trying to diamond the corner a little bit there. Moved up to the top side, or middle, I should say. Trying to drive it off the bottom. Not a bad idea. Got to do some experiment here in these heat races. As Sutphin, look at this. That top side's kind of working a little bit here. Not sure how much higher you're going to be able to go, but hey. We're taking some notes, people. He's going to move to the second position here. Two to go. Oh, Gagnon up the track. It's going to allow Dalton to go by. Here comes Sparling. And it makes you wonder if the middle group starts to wear, maybe the top will work eventually. Two to go. And as you see, this is your 5 right now that'll race. Cedric Ingram, unfortunately, 4 seconds back nearly. Final lap for Lucan Up. In his first dirt race here in the Red Sim Design truck. As Knupp will see the checker flag. And heat race number 2. Victory for Knupp. Sutphin, Dalton, Gagnon, and Sparling will be your top 5. We'll get ready for heat race number 3. Self-promotion there for that guy. IowaWebGuy.com. Don't know who the hell that is. This should be an interesting heat race right here of trucks that we got. Look at the line. You can see it forming already through the corner there. As JW said, yeah, you want to find the moisture because moisture on the track is what creates the tackiness, as they call it, and that gets you grip. Basically, if you're driving on the slick, the dark black part, we'll call it here, that you're seeing from the blimp view here, it creates, it's almost like driving on ice, so to say. Or if you're up in the north, I've had this a couple times when I lived in Indiana. If you get on like the negative 30 degree, or like negative 15 to 20 degree side, and you got a road covered in snow, you get all that dirt and snow that just freezes up on the road. It's like driving on that, so to say. All right, your lineup here, Alex Cummings, the winner of the last 2 dirt races. He starts on the pole here. Brandon Alphin, who feels pretty sporty, as he said to me before the race, he'll start second. Jeremy Frere and Peyton Johnson in row number 2. Tim Abril and Jonathan Tuckness, row 3. Casey Donkin, Sammy B there in row 4. And Jason Clark, who plans on running 1 lap. Let's see if he sticks to his word. We'll start 9th. Drift, the first person in history that gets flipped and said, hey, let's do it again. New sponsor there on the 63, Hobby Wing, looks like. He's dressed in all black tonight. To quote the old Plies song, if you've never heard of Plies. He's a rapper. Sammy B not taking the grid here, so looks like he'll go straight to the LCQ here, so 8 trucks will start. As they come through 3 and 4, pace truck pulls off. And green flag will wave again. Alphin going to fight with Cummings off turn 1 and 2. Slides it up the track. That's not the groove, Brandon. He's going to lose the lead to Cummings, and there's the 15, Peyton Johnson, looking pretty sporty so far. As Frere loses the back end a little bit there off turn 4, to 94. Tuckness climbs in there. That's your transfer spot right there. Sam taking provisional, apparently. Oh, Tuckness slamming a wall. Oh, wow, speaking of slamming a wall back there. Oh, no, Clark and Casey Duncan go around. Brandon Alfin's trying to Kyle Larson this thing. I think he thinks he's at Eldora or something. Falls back to third. And tucked this slide job and a bunch of people there off turn 4. Just now, let's go back to the replay with Clark and Duncan. Blows up there, slams the wall, gets off of it, and there's KC waiting on him. Meanwhile, Alex Cummings out to a 2-second lead already. Peyton Johnson up to second, and Brandon Alfin all over his back end there at DeeDub Chevrolet. April now up to the 4th position with Tuckness in 5th. Frere has dropped back to 6th. Clark and KC are still sharing pleasantries here. KC was sharing a story earlier tonight with me as Alfin goes by. He was sharing a story about how one of his teammates tried to help him with racing on dirt. And let's just put it like this. When the guy that's teaching you, oh, contact, Casey's going around again with Tuckness. Casey's been the victim of 2 contacts. He's just trying to stay out of everybody's way. As I was starting to share there, when the teacher tells you, like, dude, just go out there and keep it straight. I think that's the teacher waving a white flag. Which would likely be how it would be if I was on dirt racing right now. We ride with Alfin as he tries to get around at DeeDub's button boxes Chevrolet. You see Cummings up ahead there, 3.5 seconds almost. Oh, look out, they almost hit each other. Let's go back to the replay real quick with Tuckness and Casey Duncan. You see Tim April there at the bottom. He just slides up and clobbers KC. Clark behind him was probably like, hey, that wasn't my fault at least. This is the best battle on the track right now for second. The top 5, unless something happens, is all but locked up. Jeremy Frere there in the Reese's number 25. Apparently had a pretty dramatic week, I learned on Discord earlier tonight. Casey Duncan brings his truck to pit road. He's tired of being hit by people, probably. Real quickly while we had a chance, let's grab another driver if he's in here. I don't see him. I was going to speak with Canup real quick, but Canup's not Canup in here. Or in here. Eight laps to go. And it's 4.8 seconds now. Alex looking pretty sporty on that dirt. There's Alfin in second now with Peyton Johnson, Tim April. And there's Frere in 5th. He's got 6 seconds on Jonathan Tuckness. let's bring Josh up here. Josh, I believe, finished second just now in that last heat race. We'll bring Josh up here to join us in the booth. Josh, man, looks like a pretty wild second race there for you. Had a little bit of a battle, but in the end, top 2 finish and on to the main event.
Yeah, Chris, it went well. It was definitely a little hairy, definitely a little scary, but it's just fun to be out here driving on the dirt with these guys. It's something new, you know?
I was going to say, yeah, any experience going on dirt? I know, like, you and I have talked a couple times here in the first couple weeks here of knowing each other, but any experience on dirt at all?
No, not at all, but I do sim drifting on the side, so maybe that helps a little bit.
Maybe a wee bit, but they say the more you slide, the worse so. What did you learn? Did you learn anything out there on the track? Because, I mean, obviously I'm watching this groove get wider and wider and wider.
Yeah. The bottom's no good. Definitely top's nice. And you got to be gentle with that gas for sure.
There you go. That's the pretty simple way. If you ever want to learn how to race on dirt, just take those 3 turns right there.
Yeah, take it and run. You'll be good.
Well, hey, great job in the heat race here. Go take yourself a little break, and you don't have to worry about the consolation race or the last chances, we call it. And you'll get to run 55 laps in the main event later.
Cool. Thank you, Chris. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. Move Josh down to his, which channel are you in again? He moved himself. What a nice guy. 4 laps to go. As Peyton Johnson's got Tim Abreu all over his derriere. And Jeremy Frere right now looks like he's on his way to the main event himself. Again, 5 from each heat race make it. And then from there, it is the Consi. So we'll have 15 trucks after this, and then we'll have the last chance qualifier. This is your battle for the 3rd spot right now. And 2 laps to go. You're barely touching the throttle through these corners. Abreu about threw it away just now off turn 4. As Alex Cummings down the back straightaway. Off turn 4. And heat number 3 to Alex Cummings. Brandon Alphin going to finish 2nd. Peyton Johnson going to be 3rd. Here comes Abreu and Frere, your 5. That'll race tonight. Unfortunately, Tuckness, Clark, Duncan, and Barnes. Barnes apparently taking the divisional. We'll run the LCQ here in a moment. Did he just drop the flag? All right, so now we move to the LCQ event. 13 trucks about to take it to grid for 35 laps. Let's take a look at how they'll start. As Drayton Cook will be on the pole alongside Cedric Ingram, Jonathan Tuckness, and Travis Icavacci there in row number 2. Row 3 is Drift and Jason Clark. Row 4, Dylan Glass and Robert Johnson. Casey Duncan, Cam Ingram there in row 5. Sam Barnes, if he starts this race. If not, Ryan Douglas will start in the 11th position. And finally on the grid, it's not showing, but let's see, who's the 13th person that did not get put on here? Ryan Douglas, 12, Barnes, Cam, and Johnson, Dylan Glass, Clark, Drift, Icavacci. No, they're all here, but it says 13 over here and 12 over here. Let's do the math. Somebody's missing on my grid. Ah, well, that's your line. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. As the trucks pull out. As it gets darker, and I'm still waiting on Telder's taquitos. All right, looks like 3 trucks did not grid in the end. Clark, Johnson, and Barnes. We'll have 9 trucks for 35 laps. Use the damn "do you know who I am" card. It works every time. Ask half the athletes that get arrested. All right, pace truck through. 3 and 4, green flag about to wave. The LCQ underway. All right, don't wave the green flag. Oh, 3 wide as Tuckness drives it into 1. Oh, 3 wide, they're leaning on each other. Father and son making contact. Cam's going to have to go to his room after the race. Here comes the boss man to the inside. That's a shortcut if I've ever seen one. And Ikavachi spins around. That is the reason you do not want to climb that berm. And look at this, Jonathan Tuckness to the front. Dylan Glass third, Cam Ingram fourth, or fifth I should say, or fourth, with Cedric fifth as Glass gets a little loose. See Cam already moving up the track just a little bit. Tuckness is driven out to a 1 second lead. There's Drayton, there's Cam, there's Dylan Glass now, and Cedric Ingram, your top 5. I can hear some people shifting a little bit on the straightaways. Drift right there behind Cedric in the 5th position. Casey Duncan, Ryan Douglas, and Travis Ikavachi, your 9 cars or trucks in this race. And a battle for third with teammates. Cam about lost it. And now that's going to bring Dylan Glass into the picture. And that Pepsi number 16. And a slider for you. Six laps complete already. Oh, they almost hit each other. And Tuckness out to a pretty good lead right now in that 94 truck. He must have learned something when he was out there behind the other trucks. He said, get me out here in this clean air. Running a pretty smooth line so far. We check with Cam. Cam's the one downshifting here. Running right here behind his teammate. He's running third gear all the way around. There's Dylan Glass behind him. Oh no. Hold on, Dylan. And Drift has moved up to 5th. Some battle for the transfer spot right here. as we bring up Alex Cummings because Telder's not bringing any taquitos yet. Alex, obviously congratulations on the heat race win. Obviously the pure legend of this team on dirt, but congratulations, man. Looking pretty good for a three-peat.
Thank you. Yeah, it went good. Track was really just one lane. I tried the bottom there towards the end, but it was a lot slower, so hopefully it can widen out some in the main feature and we can put on some good racing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed, like, obviously the part of the usage came back there. It looks like a little track maintenance there before this LCQ. What I'm noticing now, it looks like the exits where we're seeing that dry line forming the most. Is that going to affect where we see the lines getting ran here?
It could possibly could affect how you're going to get a run off the corner. So I think really dirt racing, especially at this track, is just keeping up your momentum. So as long as you can keep up your momentum, you can be fast and hopefully work around some traffic and be able to pass some people.
Well, it looks like you and I see Knupp, I see Telder, I see Fontaine. I see about 5 or 6 of you that have got some pretty good speed out there. Do you feel that track position, as I think we had said teammates at each other, do you feel that track position is going to be a pretty big deal here tonight, or do you think it's more of just that line you can get?
Yeah, I think it'll be track position definitely in the beginning, just because where it will be one groove, especially at the beginning. So hopefully I'm starting behind Telder in the main event, so hopefully we can get around everybody and just kind of go and check out and hopefully get some good green flag laps in.
And just know, teammates, Telder will block you.
Bring it on.
Nice. Great job, Alex.
Thank you.
You too, bud. Alex Cummings. Hey, I just speak facts. That's it. Speaking of facts, Jonathan Tuckness is like in Ames, Iowa right now. And the battle for 5th continues. All of a sudden, Ike Avachi has made an appearance. After going berm hopping a little bit ago. Must be part of a down under thing going hopping. 18 laps to go. We're still not even at a halfway point. Next time by. Fair point, Trey. And look at this. Travis to 5th. As they put a lap on Ryan Douglas there in the 8th position. We have 6 trucks on the lead lap right now. Trey Cook still 2nd, Cam Ingram still 3rd. Now did something... When I was talking to Alex, oh, that's Cedric that had an issue, it looks like. Oh, Cedric got loose, and unfortunately KC had to stop to try to hit him or try to miss him and wasn't able to. Unfortunate break there. Oh, now Clark, and there's a T-bone stake for you. Dylan Glass gets spun around, gets hit by Cedric after getting, oh no! That's going to bring the caution out, and everybody's piling in. Up, Casey Duncan had in there. Drifts gets around. That looked like an interstate ice storm wreck. And caution out with 14 to go. Let's see what happens here. Looks like Dylan just got loose. Gets into Cedric. Ryan Douglas in 9 comes in there, and Dylan tries to spin around it. Oh, how do you like your stakes? Tuckness comes in there, gets a piece of it, then Drift hits it. Oh, that's the leader, Tuckness, oh, by the way, getting spun around there. Now Tuckness goes up there and hits the wall, so hopefully he's not too badly damaged. Let's on board with Tuckness here as the wreck happens. There's Travis way up ahead. There's the Sprint Car Hall of Fame there. My broadcast position over there to the right. There's the spin happening. Dylan tries to go around. There's your stake. And then Tuckness is going to clip Dylan right there and then get clobbered by Drift. I'm sure if you go on YouTube and watch Winter Storm Wrecks on I-94 in Michigan, you'll get something that looks like that. All right, so now because of all this, we have 4 trucks on the lead lap. Did Cedric get the wave around there? He did. That wreck took so long for the caution to come out. The guy that was involved at the beginning got the wave around. That should say something. All right, pace truck back in with 12 laps to go. That actually set Cedric up really well now. He can just kind of ride and be in this main event. Travis Icavaci, your 5th place truck, is going to hold off Drift. And Casey Duncan, I believe, is still on the 1 lap down mark. So, yeah, we still got 4 trucks here, can battle for 5th. Duncan gets around Drift for 6. He's got to get to that 13 truck. Oh, Travis is climbing again. And that's going to allow KC to go to 5th here. Wouldn't that be amazing for him? He's been hit by everything except an iRacing truck. And if he can get into the top 5 here, get into this main event, and Travis goes to pit road. So a promising night has gone down the drain for the 13. Tuckness with a 1.7 second lead over Cam Ingram, Drayton Cook, Cedric Ingram, and then this is your transfer spot battle. It's a 1.5 second difference. Casey's out here driving this truck right now like he's mowing the grass at his yard. You hear the difference in the gearing with these trucks. You got these guys are out here just driving it balls to the wall. And you got these others that are just, yeah, I'm just making sure I make the race. Hey, Cam up there against the boards almost. Four laps to go. .5 seconds. The separation between first and second here, so hope your fantasy lineups are looking okay right now. I think there was a certain group of about 4 or 5 people, if you picked, you were able to do it for pretty good money and put a pretty good lineup together. The problem is there's a reason why this is called a dirt derby. And you're going to find out why here in just a couple minutes. As Tuckness brings it off turn 4, white flag. Every corner of that truck is taking a hit. As he comes off turn 4, he's going to see a spot waiting for him. In the main event tonight, Tuckness wins the LCQ. From Cam Ingram, who will finish second. Drayton Cook finishing third. Cedric Ingram will finish fourth, last truck on the lead lap. And for the final spot, Casey Duncan outruns Drift. What a great race that was. It was fun. You never know what's going to happen. So as the main event grids real quick, we're going to step away. Oh, there's the fireworks. Dirt racing at its best tonight, boys, here at Knoxville, virtually on iRacing. We're going to step away for just a quick second. I'm going to get myself set up for the main event. You should too. And we get this thing underway as you're watching the Black Horizon Truck Series in the Dirt Derby at Knoxville here on the Captain Esports Network.
This is your chance to get behind the wheel. The opportunity to race just like the pros. From the grassroots levels, where we all got our start, to the most popular race cars on the planet. From the fairgrounds of Nashville to the high banks of Daytona, to tracks that will never be forgotten. Realistic driving, intense competition, all from the comfort of your own home. This is the ultimate motorsports simulation. This is iRacing.
All right, trucks are out. On track as we get ready. And the starting lineup for the main event. Telder on the pole from winning race number 1 and also was fastest in the hot laps earlier. Luke Knupp will start second. Alex Cummings and Sam Fontaine, row number 2. Brian Sutphin, Brandon Alphin, row 3. Chris Evans, Jason Dalton in row 4. Peyton Johnson, Justin Bondurant in row 5. Josh Gagnon and Tim Abril will take row number 6. Row 7, Tyler Brewer, Blaine Sparling, Jeremy Frere, Jonathan Tuckness, who won the LCQ, and the rest of these guys from that race, Cam Ingram, Drayton Cook, Cedric Ingram, and Casey Duncan. 20 trucks, I should say, for 55 laps. Admin cautions only. For the first time ever, the Black Horizon Truck Series comes to Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa, home of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. And for the 7th season in a row, we go dirt racing on the Captain Esports Network. Let's go! Telder with a good jump. Knupp right there on his back bumper. See the track pretty much been redone. So it's going to be very tacky here to start with. 3 wide mid-pack. Oh, Chris Evans almost getting turned. Bondurant's been hit by everything already, it looks like. His left side's been scratched up. We got fireworks launching. Somebody's laying on the pyro. Oh, Bondurant, hold on, smashes the outside wall, and there goes Frere around off the bumper of Abril. And caution's out. Great, oh no. Caution lap number 3, we'll call it, as Justin Bondurant playing ping pong here with everybody. Gets hit there, and then Frere gets turned by Abril trying to avoid Bondurant. And then Bondurant goes around, clips Drayton Cook and then Casey Duncan. Goes in there and gets, unfortunately, a piece of the 11 truck. Can't tell if it's smoking or whatever, but Casey is still on track, so good news there. Let's see this one more time. Let's go on board with this 25 truck. Oh, no. Looks like everybody, for the most part, going to be okay. A lot of damage on the 11 and 17 trucks. Appreciate the viewers watching tonight. If you haven't done so already, like Mr. Dallas Childers watching over there in the arena of Idea Racing, you can hit that like button or follow or whatever you got to do wherever you're watching. If it's on YouTube, if it's on Twitch, if it's on Facebook, on the GLSR Facebook. And I'm going to fix the old ticker real quick. Sorry about that. Appreciate Black Horizon Brewery being a part of the series again. Another season, as these guys are based out of the Chicago area. Oh, Knupp gets into Tellner! Into the wall they go! Tellner's trying to hold on to it, fighting for his life. And that's going to put Alex Cummings into the lead, and caution's back out. I mentioned this was going to be a derby. Teller's truck is unfortunately taking a beating. Let's see if we can back this up. Let's see if this is a situation where we had a truck come up or a truck go down. There you see Knupp already on it. Into the Armco barrier there. I would say normally you look at the lines on the track, that'll tell you, but there's no lines on these tracks. Let's do blunt view. Maybe this will help us. Either way, just a tough situation. I'll let you guys vote that one. So Casey Duncan on pit road. Bonder into lap down. Frere lap down here early. And Telder, unfortunately, back to 16th. Not sure how bad that truck is torn up now, but we'll see. And now that changes up a lot of things here. Alex Cummings up to the front. Brandon Alfin, Luke Knupp, Sam Fontaine, Brian Sutphin, your top five. Fontaine looking to that bottom side. And he's going to pass Alfin for the third spot. Back here, 3 wide with teammates. As Gagnon, Sutphin, and Dalton side by side. Tim Abril there, and here comes Telder. Telder already up 7 spots from that restart. Angry Telder's a good Telder. Look at him drive through this field. And I'm still waiting on my taquito, by the way, clown. As Tuckness outside with the 4 of Dalton, the 15-1 of Evans. Tyler Brewer in this battle. Oh, how do you green flag? Let's watch, shall we? The man who's up to 6th already. That's a pretty fair assessment. This here is the impressive one. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me, excuse me. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. And Telder's got by Peyton Johnson for 5th. Up front, Knupp giving Cummings a run for his money. Slider intact. An elite change. One thing I've learned about Alex in the 63 is he is very good on a worn-out surface. Let this track come in a little bit, and I think you'll see the 63 come to life. Back here, 3rd and 4th, Alf and Fontaine, and Telder about 2.5 seconds back. Let's check back here, Dalton inside of Tyler Brewer in the 94 there, right behind him. Are you saying he needs some Monty Python in the Holy Grail? Oh, looks like some contact here. Averill and Gagnon going to war. Great fight here, and you see Sutphin there behind him with the 15 of Peyton Johnson. This is fun. I'm actually surprised. I thought we were going to see like a ARCA type race at like the coin or something like that, where you see them all just kind of run the bottom. That's not what I'm seeing tonight. I'm happy to be wrong. We ride with Peyton Johnson. Drift throwing his fantasy lineup up there. Cummings, Fontaine, Alfin, and Gagnon. Good lineup there for Drift. That's a pretty sporty one there, buddy. Let's see, you got what, all 4 in the top 10? Now, those who did not make the main event tonight, I believe will still get 21st place points tonight, FYI. For those who didn't make it, that's the way it's usually been. I don't know if something might have changed there or not, but one thing that Mr. Cummings is not letting Mr. Knupp get out of here. 5.2 second separation. Thanks to our, caution out. Caution on the track. And it looks like Evans and Sutphin might have had a little argy-bargy. Oh, thank you. Whoever Cassie Calloway is. Thank you. Oh, Sutphin was up in the wall and he tail whips the 51. Oh, and destroys that inside wall. Cody going under multiple accounts here, trying to boost up my viewers. Appreciate that. Well, that's not weird at all. You're on your mom's YouTube account. All right. Washing out for the 3rd time. I don't judge, by the way. Just put that out there. Cody knows that. That's fair. By the way, speaking of YouTube, check out Cody Beatty's page. I'm allowing you to promote it. Cody has a really cool wrestling thing he does where he gets 2K22 and actually has wrestlers he's created that are like, for instance, the captain's one of them. I think I'm a champion in his little wrestling league. Go check it. It's pretty funny stuff, especially when Cody does the play-by-play for it. Appreciate all the viewers tonight. So JW's been helping me a ton. Day watching tonight. Cassie Calloway, a.k.a. Cody's mom, watching tonight, a.k.a. Cody. All right, green flag back out. Let's see if Telder can do another, well, since it's Indy 500 weekend, an impersonation. And of course, I'm going to lose the name of the driver in my head. Dadgummit, I can't remember. Give me a second. As Telder moves up the fourth, Thomas Schechter, time for restart. If anybody's never seen the 2011 Indy 500, go watch Thomas Schechter as he passes 14 cars in one lap. As Telder gets around Brandon Olf and brings Fontaine with him up the third. Could this be the night Telder goes to victory lane? All three of your heat winners, 1, 2, 3 right now. How about your LCQ winner, Jonathan Tuckness, as I try to click on him. 7th position right here. As he's got Dalton underneath, Gagnon back there in the 8th and 9th positions. My camera's still holding strong. Cam Ingram looking to the bottom side of the 59. Oh, and then gets into the 79 and spins around. No caution yet as Cam is spun it around. He's got to get it going. Tough break for the 5. And I mentioned Alex is going to get better on this older surface. You see it starting to slicken up. Camo, no food tonight. Ramen noodles for you. Third, fourth, and fifth right there. Top 5 all separated by about a second. Jason Dalton back here in the 8th position as there's 9th and 10th. Chris Evans, Tyler Brewer behind them for 11th as Peyton slides up into Blaine. The Season 4 champion there under attack. Knupp still out to about a half-second lead. Show lap times this time by as they go by. Everybody in the 22-second bracket right now. Let's see, 47 for Knupp, a 33 for Cummings, a 45 for Telder, 42. And a 67, so the top 4 all within a 10th of each other. Tim April up to 6th. Is Alex Cummings going to have to steal another one? If so, we're going to have to come up with some kind of a dirt and robber name for him, for a nickname. Oh, bumper to you, sir. little pushy there. Getting good. Dirty Dan. His name's Alex. Alex. Are we going to see a slider potentially here in a second? Dirty Dan's, by the way, a really popular donut place up in Kokomo. It's real popular as Alex goes to the lead. 16 to go. On a track that hosts a race called the King's Royal, is Alex going to put the stamp on and say, hey, I'm the king on dirt? Telder down to 1.5. Oh, by the way, he's only a second off of Luke. Yeah, I know it's off a little bit. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Thanks, Drift. Drift always catches my little things. I had to fight today with the logo up top left there to get that to work for me. Watching the battles here. It's Check Payton and Gagnon back here, 9th and 10th. $14 laps to go. Whoa. There's the separation, first, second, and third right there as they put a lap on Cam Ingram. Impressed how this top, the middle groove, I guess, almost as the lines moved up on a flat track, which is pretty impressive here. As I talked about, the surface got older and Alex Cummings pounced. What about the Dirt Devil? Would that work? Fontaine battling with Telder for third. Two good friends that race on dirt a ton with each other. Fontaine got a little out of shape there, and here comes Alphin to the inside. A little bit of nose damage on that 21 truck. Jonathan Tuckness, how about the LCQ winner? 6th position for him tonight. Well done. This race ain't over yet. Cool Hand Luke here up in second. I say this every season. More dirt races. Let's keep doing it. I still think we should do a dirt race in USA. That's my opinion. I mean, why not a 3/4 mile dirt track? Like USA, it'd be perfect for these trucks. Gonna be coming to 5 laps to go. We got lap traffic getting in the way. We got 3rd and 4th battling with each other. 5th place trying to get in there too. Brian Sutphin just hung on left literally to get out of their way. Not necessarily. This race ain't over here yet. Meanwhile, Tim Averill, or whoever that was, I saw somebody running interesting line. Tonight going to turn into a pretty big night right now. For the Lap 1 legends, Telder and his teammate, Alex Cummings. Robbie, they actually did run this at Lernersville back, I think it was season 3 or 4. Was it Lernersville, I think? Is that the track with the bridge on the backstretch? 3 laps to go as the battle for third and fourth continues. We got a battle for 9th and 10th here. There are battles everywhere. Canup trying to go to the bottom here to get something out of this. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's where it was in season 4. White flag, final lap for Alex Cummings. He gets in the back of Averill. He's not going to need a highway robbery tonight, as he's going to go out and become a 3-time back-to-back dirt winner in GLSR. Alex Cummings wins again. And a battle for third. Telder by about a 100th of a second or so. The king of the dirt, at least in this series. The dirt has definitely proven to be a great place to see racing here in Knoxville. You know what? Round of applause. I was a little nervous when I saw this on the schedule. I'm like, I don't know about Knoxville. I thought it was literally going to be like a race at he drove through the fence. That's not nice. I thought it would be a race like you would see normally at DeCoin or State Fairgrounds in Illinois when you watch an ARCA race. I thought it would be just run the bottom and kind of a parade, but that was not it tonight. That was awesome. Great stuff. Let's look at the results here. The main event is Cummings wins it over Luke Canup. Telder finishes third. That's 3 straight top 3s for Canup, I believe. Fontaine fourth. Alfin top 5 there. Tuckness finishing 6th. Team Averill 7th. I got to fix the team thing. Dalton 8th. Josh Gagnon finishes 9th. Chris Evans 10th. Peyton Johnson, Blaine Sparling. Jeremy Frere finishes 13th. 14th goes to Tyler Brewer. Drayton Cook 15th. Sutphin 16th. Cam and Cedric finishing 17th and 18th. And as far as I know, I believe Cam still has to go to his room after making contact with his father earlier. Bonder at 19th and Casey Duncan finishing in the 20th position tonight. And all right, let's the interview everybody wants to hear. I'm sure Cody's got the tapes running. Let's go down.
Is there any way I could do my interview first? I gotta go.
Let's talk to whoever just said that first. Is that Luke? It is Luke. Let's talk to Luke. Luke needs to go. He's got probably something else going on. Luke, congratulations. Second place run. What was the difference between you and Alex?
I don't think I had enough test time towards the end of the race. I wish they would have started the track in the slick. It kind of just made the race pretty boring there. Just running the bottom at first, and so wish they would have started the track a little slicker. But other than that, we had a good run. Led good laps, had the fastest lap, so nothing to be ashamed of. Solid run, second place, nothing to be mad about.
I do got to ask, what happened there on that restart there? Was that, did you get too sideways? Did Tyler come up into you? Was it just weird?
I just think Teller went in a bad spot for both of us. He went up, I went down. It was a racing deal. Nothing we can do about it now.
Fair enough. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
For sure, gotta thank Red Sim Design for everything. Blaine, making this paint. Ultra Wheels, Shenandoah Shine, PPM, V Speed, all the boys below the double yellow for sponsoring Glitch Energy. Everyone else, thank you.
There you go, my man. Great job tonight, and best of luck. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Luke and Up finishing in the second position this evening. And let's get our third place finisher up here. The interview that people want to hear, I guess. That's Telder. Yeah, you definitely had the Mr. Excitement name tonight. I'll give you the credit for that. You definitely went and did your thing this evening, finishing in the third position. But the obvious events of what took place there on that restart, what did you feel and see and whatever else there?
All I'm going to leave it as is the 29's lucky I never got back to him.
That's what we were wondering. But still, third place finish. You got to be proud of yourself. I mean, dude, you showed the speed you had tonight.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. You know, sucks that couldn't have been better, but overall, I mean, I can't, get dumped from the lead, then drive all the way back to third. I'm sure I made a few people mad on the way through the field, because that first 4 or 5 laps after that next restart, I earned that name.
You did your best Thomas Schechter impersonation, 2011 Indy 500, since we're at that weekend, as I called it earlier. But, hey, your team otherwise going to victory lane tonight for the first time.
Yep. Another first and third place for the team overall. Still, maintaining a championship lead in that category. So Alex is still, leading the point standings too. So,
Yep.
having both drivers and, as you would say, constructors championships leading right now, it's a good feeling.
It is a good feeling, and because he's sitting out on the track, my telemetry is going nuts right now. He's gaining on second place right now still.
Is he still out there doing
He's
donuts
got a
or something?
5-minute, 35-second lead right now over Luke and Up. Because he's sitting out there in
impressive.
victory lane. That's pretty good. It's running the Nürburgring, I think. Anyways, congratulations, and shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, shout outs just to, my teammates, in here. And my mom, I'm sure she's watching. Shout out as always, shout out to you for putting this on, for making your schedule available to broadcast for us. We all appreciate it. And I just want to, say the thoughts and prayers are with those 21 families down there in Texas that, lost a loved one yesterday in that horrific event. We're all thinking about it, you guys. So.
Absolutely. Well done, man. Great paint scheme, and definitely proud of you for that third, man. Good job.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Telder finishing in the third position as Lap 1 Legends gets their first
I'm so
win.
proud of you right now.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank
proud of you.
I'm going to admit, I went back to our chat last week, and it actually peeked real quick to make sure before I said it the first time. So, practice makes perfect.
Well, you've earned it now.
In my head, you're still turn 1, though. So.
I tip my hat.
Telder finishing in the third spot. All right, so let's get Mr. Cummings up here to victory lane. And, man, Mr. King of Dirt, you didn't really have to steal this one tonight. You just went out there and made the pass and drove away and got your third victory. I was starting to think, man, we got to give him a Dirt nickname, I think, for Alex here. Dirt Devil's the best I've come up with, but you definitely win again.
Yeah, it was a fun race. This one was Luke. He put up a good fight. Once he got by me there, and I couldn't. It took me a while to get around him, and then finally was on the inside of him, and we was beating and banging a little bit. So hopefully he's all right with that, because he's doing it to me. So I was doing it back, and hopefully put on a good show.
What were you surprised that the groove moved up as far as it did?
I guess so. Just with we only had, I think, 20 trucks, and we're only doing 55 laps. It got up there pretty higher than I was thinking it was going to. I think if maybe we had like another 20 laps, I think you would have been able to see 2 lines. You could have been running the top side and the bottom. They'd have been about the same lap time. So, but it did start coming in better there at the end. I felt like it was going to make it even racier.
Well, great job tonight, man. It's your fourth career win, your third on dirt. I'm assuming that, Alex, you'll be asking during the offseason for more dirt races.
Oh, yeah. I'll take as many as these I can get. And so hopefully I can start doing on asphalt what I can do on dirt.
You're working on it, my man. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations. You extend your point lead in the series after tonight. So go celebrate that. Go celebrate in victory lane. And know that you're the king of the dirt right now in this series.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Alex Cummings is fourth career win, third on dirt. Is definitely, by the way, the last 3 seasons on dirt, might I say. He has gone to victory lane here. Not at Knoxville, but at Eldora and Knoxville. And what a great race it was. And you know, I continue to say, hey, yeah, more dirt races. I mean, I'm good with 1 race a season, too, on dirt. Obviously, I think Knoxville put on a show. I was very surprised with what this race turned into tonight. I've said it a couple times now. But, you know, obviously, you know, I'm one, too, that is shared with the guys from Great Lakes, obviously Travis and Sam, and I know I'm sort of admin with that, too, and with talking to Sean. You know, obviously I would be a fan of seeing other dirt tracks be a part of this. You know, I would be a big fan of seeing a track like I said, USA Speedway. I think that on dirt would put a good race on for these trucks. Obviously, the Bristol dirt's awesome, especially the new dirt. You know, some other tracks. I know Lernersville, I think, was mentioned. Where do I remember a Lernersville dirt race? Was it this series? Anyways, I can't remember now. I mean, you could do Lanier dirt. Obviously, so many different tracks to think of off the top of my head here that we could get out there and do outside of Eldora that are so cool to do. So what a great race it was tonight. I'm going to stop rambling and go from there. So what a great race. Congratulations to Alex Cummings again, who goes to victory lane here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway here in Iowa. Next week we go to Darlington for our Memorial Day paint schemes, throwbacks, whatever you want to do. And apparently I'm the sponsor of the race. Thank you, Cody. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And we're going to go from there. It's one of my favorite tracks to race on. I'm looking forward to the broadcast there and watching these guys slip and slide in trucks around the Lady in Black. The track, too tough to tame. All the nicknames that thing has. That should be fun. Next Wednesday night, we'll be on the air at 8:45 Eastern Time as we go racing from the virtual Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. So enjoy the rest of your week. Obviously, enjoy time with your family this weekend for Memorial Day as we continue to think about those families in Texas. Give your children a hug each and every night and tell them how much you love them and are proud of them each and every night. Because obviously we, until it gets taken care of, we never know what can happen. So, and I'm not even going to go down that road. So I'm just going to leave it with this. This isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.
Brickyard.